Hello, heroes, and welcome back to A Woman with Hollow Eyes. This is our final preview that we are doing before our Kickstarter ends. In case you somehow don't know, One Shot is right now kickstarting our first dramatic campaign. It is going to be a streamed campaign that we do right here on Twitch. And I'm sitting at a table with the lovely people who are going to be joining me for this campaign, minus Alan Linick. So let's introduce them really quick. First up, our GM.
Hi, I'm Darcy Ross. I'm actually the Community Relations Coordinator for Monte Cook Games, but I'm going to be, I've been looking forward to this project for so long, so I'm really excited to get to be the Game Master for this amazing group of storytellers. Yeah, I'm really excited for Invisible Sun. I think it works really well for our GM style, and we can't wait to show it off. So thank you so much for tuning in.
And hey, I'm Kat Cool. I'm similarly extremely excited about this ever since I found out that we were going to get to do a dramatic campaign on the network, streaming it. I was just like, well, I want to play. I get to join as a player. Gosh, what else to say?
Well, what we're doing right now is an aspect of Invisible Sun called development mode. It is a style of play that was created specifically for side stories and backstories, for things that you definitely want to explore in your campaign, but won't necessarily be a thing that you would shape an entire session around. And we do that with these rad cards, which I forget the name of the Sooth deck.
You
That's
got
right.
it, yep.
That's right. We do with this Sooth deck. And today we're going to be doing a backstory / side story thing with Kitty Hart, Kat's character. If you didn't see the other stream, we're going to be pulling cards from the Sooth deck, and they will be sort of tarot style, telling us thematic inspiration for the story that we're about to tell. And I think from here, I'll just let Darcy take it away.
Absolutely. You know, development mode is really interesting because it usually comes from the player. So a player says, "Oh, I have an advancement or something. I get to go learn a new spell. How do I go learn a new spell? So let's find out who I talk to get there." And so many interesting threads of narrative can emerge from a simple task like that, right?
Sure.
So a lot of times it comes from the player. Or a player wants to throw a party, right? Like there's all sorts of strange, delightful things that you might want to do that is perfect for development mode. So I didn't come to the table with many plans. So I'm really excited to hear what Kitty Hart might be wanting to do. Do you want to introduce your character a little bit?
Sure. Say what her whole deal is.
Yeah.
Give us her whole deal.
Her entire deal. So I guess we can start with the words. I don't have
the
her
character
sheet,
sentence.
So
Yeah.
but the character sentence. Do you have the?
I do.
That would
yeah.
be really helpful.
Absolutely. We don't have even fully fledged character sheets yet because stats don't matter yet.
Right.
So,
but they do have these cool sentences that are effectively mechanical things.
Right, a sentence that encapsulates the mechanics of your character. So Kitty Hart has half of one is kind of your tagline, which it may not be an official part of mechanics for Invisible Sun, but it should be at this point. So your Kitty Hart's order is she's a goetic. So Kitty Hart is an empath goetic who splinters into fragments is kind of the exactly. Yay!
Somebody's already nailed Kitty's
I know.
catchphrase.
You know what my thing is.
Yeah.
Right. Being a goetic, that Kitty is someone who makes deals with entities, angels and demons typically, to get her powers, which means that she is someone who is in a lot of debt, finds herself in bad situations more times than not. She splinters into fragments. She gives a lot of herself away. I don't know. I feel like this tells a clear story of who she is and what she does.
What does she look like?
What does she look like now that we're in the actuality, now that we actually know what she is? She looks like glass. She's very clear and molten. Not all of her, but she's very see-through. Kind of fading away parts of her, a very glass girl, in a kind of a dapper despite suit, more often than not, and all except for her hair, which is like a molten red.
Ooh, perfect.
Is it like moving? Is it like lava lamp style?
Oh, that's great. I love that. Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's
yeah,
delightful.
that it's very well, she's vibrant. She's not like, this isn't beating her down or nothing. She's got hope, the girl. Yes.
She's got moxie.
Yeah, she does have moxie.
She doesn't have pep or vim though, because she did sell those away.
She gave those away a long time ago, yeah. Bright eyes and a bright heart. She's going out into the world and trying her best.
Is your heart visible?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Cool.
The portions of it that are there. Absolutely.
Right, yeah. So people can just clearly see that you have a broken heart.
Well, I mean, if she didn't cover it, she often covers it with clothing.
Of course. I'm just thinking you live in the romance district.
Yes.
There must be people all the time
that are
that
like, oh,
see
honey.
it. And you always have that
no.
conversation like
they're so
every
sad.
week
They're
you have
so
to have
sad
that
for me.
conversation.
Yeah, it's
And you're like, it's not that big a problem.
right.
Do you wear like turtleneck things to kind of make sure you
Turtleneck
can't
things
see
and
down
lots of
into the heart?
scarves
Nice.
and ties and things so that people can't see. That's Kitty Hart's lot in life.
And you've been living in your so your family is very well to do and has an estate, but you've been away with the war. So having recently come from shadow back into actuality, you seem to be not quite sure if you want to like really rejoin that family structure. So you've been living in the tavern style houses.
Yes, I've been living above. So we own a tavern that has a functioning casino, and I have been living in the. I've been allowed a room with the proviso that I work in the tavern. So I've been
Excellent.
I've been doing that. Yeah, which is. It's not great. No, it's really not. But that's how I've been making my way. Yeah.
Someone asked whether Saturnine has magical social media, and there's a thing called the noosphere, and that's sort of the place where minds meld and where thoughts live. So if you can tap into that, you kind of tap into this like kind of overarching telepathic / dream network. So I think that's the closest thing they have to a social network, but I'm not sure if it's, I don't think it's exactly Twitter, but it's close enough. So yeah, what sort of things are you interested in exploring with Kitty? Is there a specific thing you want her to do now that she's been back in Saturnine for a couple months? One of her current like character arc is to settle a debt, right?
Yes. It's so. She would like to move out of the tavern.
Yeah.
She'd really like to move back into the main house.
Yeah.
But she has like a visible debt that is been a problem that like where she has to go and do odd jobs for a benefactor. And it's one of the things that her aunt is like, no, so long as you keep working for X person, you aren't allowed back in the house.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
And she would like to get this resolved one way or the other, either getting the aunt to like cave.
Yeah.
Or to get the debt to go away.
Right.
Either way is fine. It's just that, frankly, the tavern is smelly and cramped and contains loud. The neighbors are loud.
Yeah.
And
It's covered in starlings.
Oh, gosh.
It's not nice anymore. I don't want to live there.
Right.
Yeah.
It used to be much nicer.
It did. It used to be much nicer. Back when I was a child, it was fun, and now it's not fun anymore. No. So she woke up today being like, I'm going. She woke up today far too early because people were being loud, and then the ceiling started to leak. And she was like, "That's it. This is the last day that I wake up to this."
Excellent. Oh, dang. Okay, so you need, what are you looking for? Do you feel like, is Kitty really driven to, does she know which path she wants to follow? Does she want to find a way to make her aunt cave, or does she want to find a way to settle her debt with this benefactor? Or are you going to go somewhere to find out more information about, like, one of those topics? Are you going to, there's always the taxi cab that takes you where you need to go.
The taxi cab is scary.
Yes, it is.
No. No, that
Drives by every morning while she's washing the starling poop off the side of the
So one person of power you kind of know that I think would definitely cross your mind as to whether this is a tool you want to use is that angel who keeps frequenting the bar that you live at, which definitely has some sort of deal with some sort of very powerful goetic to be, or some person, right, to keep being forced to come to this bar, waiting to complete some task that never seems to get completed, and then they leave. So that's a hint of some sort of source of power you might be able to interact with. There's lots of like.
I never would have figured Gay Mall would be a sub. All right. Let's keep going. That pun was not the best.
Oh no!
But I am proud of it.
For it, though.
I'm proud of it.
And there's like this active gentrification that seems to be happening, and you might know some of the big major players there. I'm not sure how your aunt feels about that. That might be something that concerns her.
Yeah, I think I will go talk to the angel because neither of my problems have been letting up.
Yeah.
Typically, when I go and try to butt up against my various benefactors or detractors, things don't work out well for me. And I would like my family to love me.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go talk to this benevolent deity.
Yeah. Benevolent and pretty ultra powerful. So I feel like this, I'm not sure how this is going to go. So let's pull a Sooth deck card. So I'm just going to like kind of half shuffle it, and I'm going to let you draw it, and then I'll take it, right? Gosh, these are hard to shuffle. I'm extra bad at shuffling, though, so I wouldn't blame the cards. That's a Darcy thing. Oh gosh.
You are.
You're so bad. What if I just keep moving one at a time?
Well, I've got a problem. Okay, are you putting them in bespoke spots? I really like,
Draws from somewhere in this deck.
What you got to do is set up at a farmer's market and just say hand-shuffled cards. Like people can bring you any deck, and you will artisanally place the cards in different positions.
Ready? Yes. Okay.
Ooh.
Swan. Ooh, okay. I don't know if we can. Does that
we
work?
have the close-up cam.
There we go.
Right here, fellows.
There we go.
Pass that
right.
over.
Swan.
Oh my gosh. So the swan means a thing, and I'm gonna pull it up here because I don't know it yet.
And it's a 6, so this is particularly potent.
It is. Are swans always particularly potent?
They can be very dangerous.
They're smelly.
They are smelly. Cool. I also think it's interesting that a bird got pulled in this neighborhood that is beset by these bird-like stars. Starlings.
I mean, they're stars. They're not birds.
Also,
True.
she went to talk to the winged angel.
It's true. So the meanings of the swan card are good fortune, good weather, latent talents. I feel like this is going to go really well for you. Interesting, yeah. So it could be a lucky break or you finding a latent talent or ability previously unknown.
Holy smokes.
I wonder if today is the day, like, have you talked to this angel before?
So what we have established about the angel is that the angel tips really well.
Yes. Once a week.
Once a week.
Randomly during that week.
So I think I've tried
many
times to get to serve the angel, and I've succeeded, but never on the time that the angel tips really well. And like the angel, whenever I've served it, they've said something cryptic to me, and it's never made sense.
Well, I do feel like this angel talks.
It talks.
In choir voices.
Oh,
I feel like when you get near it, you hear the voice of like 1,000 choirs. It's like more noise than speech.
It's a lot to behold.
Yeah, exactly. You feel awe. Like you walk away.
So, and each time that I've served it, it's given me a part of this message.
Oh, excellent.
Right?
Yeah.
But this time, when I go to like, I'm not even serving it.
Right.
I'm
You're just trying to
trying to talk to it.
Yeah. I think it gets okay, so you have newfound purpose, right? Like today is the day that you make some progress on these freaking problems of yours, right? So you stride down there, and
I'm
it's
like, hey, darling, I got a question to ask you. And I sit down into the booth, and it like,
the whole bar goes dark, like really dim, and everything stops. And you're just sort of lit. Is it in a booth?
yeah.
Yeah, and so the booth remains lit, but everything else, like the sound of the active bar totally stops. You can still see the outlines of people, so they just seem frozen. And the angel kind of like looks at you in a way that like recognizes your presence more than it had before.
Yeah.
And I think this time it's speaking very quietly.
Oh.
So there's been pieces of this message before, but it's been very cryptic, right? So what do you open with? So you're like, hey, darling, I got
a question to ask you. So, I'm trying to move out of here. I really like this bar, and I don't mind working here, but living here is kind of tough. And the way I see it, I got a path that's forked, and I'm trying to pick one of the routes. I can either try to get my family to bend and let me back into the main house and trust me that I'm gonna get my life together, or I can try to get some strings tied up, which is gonna be real difficult. And then maybe they'll realize that my family, that I'm worthwhile again, but I'm just not sure which of these is gonna work out for me, you see? And I was thinking maybe, since you're like wizened and all, that you'd know which one of these is more likely to work out, because usually when I try, it just gets all pear-shaped.
The angel's like looking really intently at you the whole time, and it is being totally quiet. And as you sort of finish it, it brings one just beautifully muscled, radiant hand up to one of its beautiful wings, and it plucks one feather, and you hear like, it's not like a gentle, delicate pluck. It sounds kind of like visceral.
Oh gosh, don't do that.
Like, I feel like
it leaves
a
big
harp you're missing a string on a harp.
Exactly. And it pulls it out, and as it does, all the little veins of the feather start like rippling down, and it elongates the pin, the sort of like tip of the feather into a strange shape, and it puts it in your hand, and it's pretty large. It's a wicked key.
Ooh.
And the angel says, the heart's mind conceals wonders. So a wicked key is an object that are very prized in Invisible Sun because they unlock any problem you have. So it might be a locked door. It might be the stubborn mind of a guard you're trying to talk your way past, and you would just take this physical key and you'd place it into their mind and you'd turn it, and your problem, whatever it is getting solved. But this angel has given you a solution and not an answer.
Yeah.
Which is that you still don't know which path to take.
Yeah, not at all.
But as that happens, it hands you the key, it says its cryptic phrase, and the lights come back on, and the sound, you kind of get hit with that sound of the bar noise, and it seems to be taking off early today. And so the angel, which I assume freaks out a number of the staff,
Yeah.
as it hasn't left before closing time before, but it just turns and walks out of the bar.
Yeah, Kitty looks very, very shocked and like puts away the thing before everyone starts yelling at her.
Right.
Yeah, and then people do start yelling at her and like trying to figure out what happened to the tip. Was it today the tip day?
Yeah.
Well, so she.
Somebody just subbed and they demanded a skeleton, so I think one of your coworkers is
absolutely.
a skeleton.
Oh, a skeleton.
What did you do with my tab?
And she knocks over a tray and runs.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey.
She runs.
His head spins around.
Oh. Just
You
in
run past.
frustration. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. That skeleton's going to keep coming back, just so you all know. Chat, I want you to give me a name for that skeleton, so go for that.
It's adorable.
Awesome.
That's pretty
Rourke
great.
asks, was that what the angel was sent here to do all along? And I think that's a great question that we don't know
We
yet.
don't know
You
yet.
wouldn't know
We'll
until the
find
next
out.
day, really.
Because your mates are going to be pissed at you.
Yeah,
If you made the angel
if that's
go
what the
away.
angel's job was. I mean, he's not tipping anymore. Oh God.
And like all those days that they served it for terrible tips, if you had just spoken to it earlier, it wouldn't have been taking up a whole table during rush hours.
Creeping everybody out.
Oh God. Yeah.
So you still have a lot of day left. You had left the thing. Yeah. Okay, we've got a couple names. Gerard Ribs. Oh gosh, they're going too fast.
Calcium.
Skitcho.
Calcium.
Prudence.
Gosh, as
Bodette. Bondet.
Guys, puns. Guys, why?
Marimba Prudence.
Marimba. Ooh.
They're all puns.
Why are they all puns?
I really do like marimba.
Yeah, I do
Marimba's
like
cute.
that.
Marimba's cute.
I'm into marimba. Marimba it is. Thank you. Thank you, Sagacious Prime. Okay, so I feel like that was a development scene. You wanted a thing.
Yeah.
You didn't get the answer you expected.
Didn't get the
but
thing.
you got a really good thing.
But I got a great thing. Yeah.
So if you would like to have another scene, we can like remove that temporally. But I'm curious what you.
Yeah, what she's going to do now that that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Um.
And it can be a couple days later too if you want to like skip ahead.
No, I mean we can keep going the same day. Phew. You know, her aunt's kind of. She's gonna go try to deal with the debt.
Deal with the debt. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
At least see what it's gonna take right now. At least
Okay,
you know,
you're gonna check in.
At least see the parameters of it at this point.
Yeah. Do we want to have a brief flashback? Like, do you have a good sense of what that debt is, or do you want to?
I definitely know that it fluctuates.
Okay.
That it's out there. It's out there in the open. This debt.
Okay. Right.
So it fluctuates. So she's gonna go check in on it
Okay.
with this particular person, which is why the aunt knows about it.
Right.
Because this demon is a very is a public figure, and he keeps everybody's tabs out on like a ticker tape type
brutal.
thing where you can keep track of what's going on.
That's awesome. Let's see. I wonder if this is so. I think this demon. So if you want to deal with this demon today, one thing you know is today is actually the one of the rat family, the King family. One of their big monthly galas. And because their shtick is that they like to have powerful people that they sort of, they're sort of kept around, right? So you definitely know that this benefactor is going to be swinging by that gala today.
Oh, okay.
So they might already be there, they might not, but that's something to be aware of.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
So
keep
would
that
you
in
wanna-
mind. So I'm gonna. So with that knowledge, so he keeps it as a ticker, so I can check it
Yeah.
at different places in town. So I'm going to swing by the garment district and check the ticker there, because if it's
Right.
if it's too much, I might need a nice dress to be able to get into the gala.
It's a good point. But you can check without having to actually meet the
without
person.
having
So why don't you pull a card? Let's see how this goes.
Do it.
Oh my gosh.
golden ship.
Hey.
Hey!
We pulled that one before. That's awesome.
We haven't.
Calvin's. I
That's
think of that as
Calvin's
Calvin's card.
Right, we haven't actually pulled it
Well, I mean, we were wondering if these two were going to cross paths today. And also, they are fated companions
yes.
who
This-
keep running into each
keep
other.
running into each
And
other.
yet, Monty Cook Games insists this isn't magic.
yet. It isn't real magic.
Fuck you. That is a lie. That is a lie.
I can't believe this. Jesus. God, we should
buddy.
go home. We're messing around with forces. I'm sorry, we have to cancel this game. We're messing with things that are too powerful. Ooh, spooky. Okay, so this is so
very
good.
silly.
All right, I need to know. I mean, like, I
It's
can
fake,
look at,
not magic, is the problem.
tell me how so you're running to the garment district.
Yeah.
You're kind of on a mission. She runs into
So
Calvin there.
I do.
You can also pull a card in case you wanted to determine like what's your deal today.
So I did
if you
have a thought of one way that we could run into each other.
Oh, cool.
And that is Calvin is currently in the silence. He's like wandered into
a silent
and
thing?
he's like
Oh my
sort of
God.
wandering around.
Oh,
and like
no.
at first he was playing around with it, and now he's just trying to get out of it. So he's running as fast as he can, like towards a corner. And he is going to just full force knock in. Neither
yeah.
one of them are going to hear the other because of the silence.
Because we're in the silence.
But yelling is clearly happening.
Oh, he's screaming
Yeah,
as he's
you
running.
may not be.
What do you look
Yeah, what
like
do you look
in the actuality?
So I think Calvin, boy howdy. There's so much about Calvin's look that I haven't considered. I think he's got sort of like not full-on Steve Harrington hair, but it's like it's
Wow!
big. It is big
You
hair.
got a poof head.
He's got poofy hair.
Good job.
Thank
Thank you.
that goes in directions. And I feel like he's got the same like pea coat and jeans that like he came here with, because like that's all he's got to his name right now.
Yeah.
And it's probably not even seasonally appropriate for actuality. But like it's what he's got, so he just is running full force. His poofy hair is like sort of flapping in the wind a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
And he's just gonna come around the corner and MAM!
Oh my gosh. So what do you do, Kitty?
Well, she gets smacked into by an idiot.
But this is Kitty Hart getting smacked into, so one of them ends up on top of the other
Yes,
one.
yes.
Who ends up on top of whom?
Well, you were the running one, so you wind up on top.
I know, but Calvin has extraordinarily bad luck, so he might get crushed by the person that he slammed into. And it would be like a very Kitty thing, because I believe she screwed him over in every last.
You also you were like ducked down and running, so like you bowl into her and you guys go like rolling. You know that you like clip her and you guys get tucked into a sideways like roll roll a bit, and she winds up right on top of you in a very romantic comedy situation, and is staring down at you and blinks. And then realizes it's you and just grabs her head.
And you, so is this your first encounter in the actuality together, though?
That's a great question. Is it?
I'll
Must
leave
be.
it up to you.
I think so. I don't think I've been here very long at all.
You've maybe been here 2 weeks or
Yeah,
something.
and anytime we have the chance to like get an origin of something out of the way, I feel like we should
Oh,
take
perfect. So she's on top of you, notices it's you. You look pretty much the same as you did outside of the actuality.
Okay, so I do really want to focus in on this. Are we in the garment district, or are we still close to the romance district?
Oh, great question.
Because here's my pitch.
Uh-huh.
There's a slight soft focus back and forth between the two, and then from Calvin's perspective, like there's just this corona
great.
of light
Yeah.
around you that like shines through your skin and
Because
hair
I'm
because
clear.
you're glass, but it's starling poop because that's what the light is.
good. That's pretty
So for him it's like this weird magical moment in this magical world, and then for
And
you it's like
she's just like-
poop. No.
Oh my gosh. And it's
Very,
golden
very
and
good.
light. That's perfect.
Yeah. So she sees this idiot and she's like, oh God, this guy again.
And it's that expression that jogs your memory. The day you escaped Shadow, as you've come to know it's called, there was a red-haired woman who you kept showing up and in different ways, and you kept getting, you saw her in an alley and then she was gone, and you saw her at your pharmacist and she was gone, and so you kept seeing her. You know that you know what you've actually done to this man.
Yeah, I kept
But he doesn't know.
Yeah, you don't know that I kept swindling you.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Pickpocketing you.
So you just, it's a familiar face, and it's this like beautiful romantic rom-com moment. So you're having a good day, and it's okay. So are you like talking at him, or are you just like,
we're
better?
in the silence, so I know not to deal with it at all.
Well, I think our role ends with us outside of the silence.
we rolled out.
Yeah, I feel like we slammed at each other, we rolled out. Unless
Okay.
unless you would prefer us to be silent right now?
No, we can roll out. That can be fine. So we roll out of the thing, back into the area.
Yeah.
Blick.
Oh, okay. She sighs, and
Oh my God.
puts her.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is great.
I'm gonna go.
I have so many questions. No, don't go. I've got questions.
No, I have stuff to get to.
No, I recognize you.
I have a yep. I have
you
a busy.
helped me.
I have a busy day. Helped you.
Yeah. Oh,
Help
I know
you.
a big part of this place. A huge part of this place is I'm supposed to help you back, right? That's like magic stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
You were supposed to help me because I helped you.
Well, I was about to like get pulled into like this gravity building. It was terrible. And also my pharmacist, who's also my landlord now, he's a really weird guy. And I did not know the depth of that weirdness, but I'm burdening you with saying you pulled me out. You grabbed my hand. You grabbed my hand.
Yeah, I helped you.
Yeah, it sounds like you're not familiar with this situation a little
No,
bit.
absolutely I am.
You've just probably helped so many people.
Yep.
Okay.
You
She
have
looks different
nothing
in
but
crystalline now.
goodwill towards me.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I can't imagine why. Yeah. Hi.
Sure.
My name is Calvin.
My name's Kitty. You wanna?
Yeah.
What's your day like?
I have no responsibilities. I'm in a very strange land, and I have a lot of questions.
Perfect. Why don't I answer them while you accompany me to the ticker tape?
Well, that sounds like fun.
Great.
Do one of you have starling poop on you, or was it just
Calvin
behind you?
clearly-
He's like covered in
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Exactly. He doesn't know what it is. It's just this shimmering light.
Oh gosh, do you help him out? It hurts
Yeah,
to
no,
look to
it's very
smell.
bad. She'll like clean him up as they make their way to the ticker tape.
The starling poop smells like
smells
the
a-
feeling of looking into a bright,
bright
light.
light.
Bright
Yeah.
light, yeah, it's very accurate.
All right, so you two.
Oh, this jabroni! Oh no!
Oh gosh, and okay, so montage, presumably of you explaining some things and probably leaving out some key facts.
Yeah, just leaving
Uh-huh.
out a whole lot, huh? Yeah. So we're gonna go to the ticker tape.
Okay, so you go to the ticker tape. I think that calls for a card. I'm curious to see what
How
new.
it goes? Yeah.
What other magic?
Oh no! Driver defender.
Ooh,
7.
driver.
I've never seen this one before. Do you want to show?
It's a
Yeah,
really
this one's
cool
pretty
one.
wild looking one. Sounds good.
Oh no! Is it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You know,
And there it is
freaking
on the
game,
close-up
man.
cam.
This game.
What magical thing is this one, Darcy?
The meanings are impetuous, which is cool. Travel, forward motion, and speed as we are traveling to the ticker tape. So yeah. So goodness. I wonder if this means so you get to the ticker tape.
Yeah.
Maybe you get there just in time to see something or to notice something important, right?
Okay.
So this ticker tape, is there someone sort of standing in front of it as like, is it like totally a structure? Like, is there an attendant or is it just a?
I don't know. I was picturing kind of like a Wall Street type.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like classic sort of Wall Street where there are people on the floor like shouting at each other and
Yeah.
like taking stuff.
Yeah.
I sort of like the idea of this demon acquiring debts to resell them
Sure, that's great.
to
yes.
different investors.
Love it.
Yeah. So I wanted to just keep track of like my portion, his portion of my debt, and
Well,
see
you're always
what that
trying
looks
to
like.
buy stock in your own debt. That's how you pay it off. But like
no.
other people can get it.
Yes,
this
other
is a
people-
horrid situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that's how our real system actually works sometimes, folks.
Yeah. So that's what it is. So I'm trying to just see
The value
of my debt currently and who's buying it.
with the forward motion and the speed. I think you catch it just as something is changing.
Someone's
right?
buying a portion.
Someone's buying like
someone's just
a
bought a chunk of
majority
it.
stock in it, right?
Jeez.
Someone has just finally bought 51% of
Okay.
your debt.
Okay.
And I don't know that it says who that is yet, right?
Sure.
But it means that your benefactor is no longer the ruling party that you really need to deal with, right?
Okay. It's someone else.
Which is problematic.
right.
So things have gotten a little more, and like, you've got maybe lots of enemies. Your family has enemies, probably. So there's a big question of who this could be.
Who could be your enemy?
That's very
So are you kind of walking through Calvin?
Yeah.
Like, here's how things go. What does Calvin ask? How's Calvin taking this?
Just confusion. His silence.
Oh, it's a huge problem. Well, I mean, not everyone thinks it's a problem, but it's like, it's a problem, right?
Well, yeah, I almost got lost in there.
Lost? It's not a thing you get lost in.
Well, I walked into it, and I was walking for a good 20 minutes before I found my way out of it.
You just like pick a direction and walk, and you'll walk out of the silence.
Okay, I just went through this thing, so I feel like I know. I don't know much.
My
but I feel like I
numbers
know a little bit. Okay, good, like a butcher.
And
My
I got
landlord.
sold. And I got sold to, and it doesn't even say.
You got sold?
Ah, this is a problem.
It sounds like a bad one.
Rourke just said, is it Mr. and Mrs. Rat? They've got the money and they like to own Visley. That's an interesting idea. It doesn't say yet, but there are ways you can find out.
Yeah.
So it's just not easily accessible on the ticker tape. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's the whole ball tonight, so I guess that's probably my best bet to figure out who bought up this portion of my debt.
Your debt? I was in debt. I'm not sure if I'm still in debt.
In Shadow,
In Shadow, yes.
you don't have to worry about any
Oh,
of that.
thank God. I mean, not that it matters. It's not like I have a penny to my name or anything right now. So it's a similar problem to the problem I was dealing with earlier. But it's actually really good not to have student loans anymore.
Similar, I'm sure.
Well, then I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. Do you have nice clothes to wear to an event?
I have these clothes that I emerged from Shadow with.
Okay.
And I feel like I should tell you that my undergarments turned into a bird. So I don't have those anymore.
Maybe I should leave you here. And I should just...
I feel like I just got so... I mean, I've been asking you a lot of questions. My biggest question is, why did you bring me here?
I don't know that I did. I don't know that that's the right way to think of this.
I mean, I feel like all of this started after I saw you from the window of my apartment, and then you kept popping up the rest of that day,
Right.
and then you told me not to trust my pharmacist,
Right.
and then you grabbed me as I was being hurtled towards that crazy
Is
building.
that how you thought of that? Okay. Sure. Yeah. So I need to go to this event tonight because of this whole debt situation.
Sure.
And I need fancy clothes for that, and they cost a whole lot of money. So I'm gonna...
Well, I mean, you know who's been super helpful to me? I have this neighbor, like down the street. He's a book, and he's just very generous and very nice. And he pointed out to me like his whole deal is like helping people who are just entering the actuality, and I feel like he might be able to help get some clothing.
Okay.
Maybe just to borrow.
Okay. Sure.
I hadn't worked up the courage to tell him that my undergarments had turned into a bird. I don't know how common a problem that is.
She just starts walking.
Okay.
How common a problem is that?
And so this is Liberalite. So yeah, this is a book person. I'm not sure if you would have met them yet. Like,
No,
yeah, probably not.
He's a very important weaver.
But are you willing to like follow him toward? Are you willing, or are you just
She doesn't have a lot of money, so
Yeah.
this sounds like a good lead.
awesome? That's great. Yeah, I think this is a new scene of seeing what help you can get from Liberalite.
Yeah.
Calvin, as this is your contact, do you want to
Sure.
Give this a pull.
Okay, I'm going to take from the bottom right here.
Ooh,
And-
God,
oh boy.
that looks not great.
It is.
Oh no!
It is the incriminating skull.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is bad.
Goodness, incriminating skull.
I don't know. It sounds good to me. And this is like tarot style, so it's sort of like the
Yeah.
death card is actually not that bad.
Right.
So probably the incriminating skull is great.
And actually, the meanings are disaster. However, also discovery, evidence, connections, friends, and family. So I think you're right. So I think that you are reconnecting with, or you're meeting a new friend. Basically, you're making. So I actually think the incriminating skull in this case is good, but I think it's got some sort of dark. I think we need to. There, it also. Opens up maybe a dangerous door. Okay, so you've never really, so like this person, Libra Light, was very sweet and tried to like help you out. I think you were pretty freaked out by them initially, which is why you went to Daniel McPherson, the sausage salesman, who looks, oh no, his name is maybe different here, or is
No,
it
his
totally
name
the
is
same?
Daniel McPherson, yeah.
Okay, yeah, the very normal looking sausage salesman
Terrifying.
who you like crash in an apartment above his sausage shop.
He's my landlord now.
He's your landlord. All right. Cool. So Libra Light is in the square where you first showed up, and so I think they've got like, they've got maybe an office. So they're a really powerful veteran of the war. So they've often keep a lot of meetings. So what does their house look like? So this is a person who's really finely dressed and like has a great sense of style. And in place of a head, there's sort of an open, sort of yellow paged book, and it sort of flips. It can display different pictures and words on it to communicate, and it can also kind of like pop up at times.
I think it's a shell.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Ooh,
Awesome. So it's got a big aperture at the bottom, and you kind of walk. It's got a door on the end.
cool. Yeah,
That's really cool.
I love that.
Excellent. So does it have windows?
Yes, absolutely it does.
Gosh, does he have flowers outside the windows?
Oh.
Or like ivy trellises sort
That
of
sounds
crawling
beautiful,
up
like
it?
wisteria.
Oh, yes.
Yes, please.
Very
Isn't
good.
it beautiful?
Yes.
Oh my God! So because it's that
That's
spiraling
gorgeous.
shell shape, like the wisteria changes hue slowly as it's going up.
Very good.
What a good bookman.
He is a good bookman. All right, so yeah. So are you taking point? Are you? Or are you letting? Kitty take point?
I think like as he's walking, he's just sort of talking about like what his first day was like, going here. And he told me that my heart would help me find my way, because I was very concerned about making rent and finding a place to live. And I just found my landlord walking down the street. I don't know, something about the guy I like. He's just like very trustworthy. Anyway, you're gonna like this guy a lot. He's very friendly, very gregarious. He does not talk in a traditional sense, but I feel like he says a lot. And he's saying this to you like as you are winding your way up to his office on top of this shell thing.
Cool. Well, I mean, I think she was very apprehensive up until she saw the house, and then she like, the house is nice. So.
Oh, this isn't his house. This is his office. He's got a much larger estate across town.
Oh. All right.
He says he likes to be amongst the common people. Or at least that's what I think he's implying, because he's mostly saying that with like,
Sounds a bit condescending.
well, he works a lot. And again, I think he was implying that there were a lot of stars folded out of origami on the page, and that was my interpretation. But I might be projecting because he dresses very nice.
What's this type of species then?
A little hard to say.
There aren't exactly species, because like he's a.
But this is a
like-
thing that happens. Like it's a common thing. Yes. No.
To be a book person?
Yeah.
I think they're around. I don't know that it's either a species or it's actually like a really, yeah, because this guy's been around a long time, so it's probably not a changery, which can
Sure.
change your outside. So yeah, I would say that there's maybe a handful of them across Saturnine.
Okay, cool.
What would they call them? Libra Light is their name, but they've got some cool name for the kind of person this is.
Right.
You've definitely heard about them. You know they're powerful. You know they're old family.
Sure.
So they've got resources. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So her eyes just like start to twinkle.
Yep.
when she realizes what's going on.
You're getting the point.
So you get up to the sort of top floor with this lovely door. I'm imagining it kind of has like that glass that's what's the word for it, where it's kind of clouded. So there's like a glass pane, but you can't really see through it.
Biblionians is good, and Grimorians is also extremely good.
I think I have to go with Grimorians if we're okay with that.
Yeah, that's
names equipped. Thank you.
So he's Libra Light, and he is a Grimorian.
Who's a high up weaver, right? And they introduced you to sort of your order of Vizsla, which are magic users. So, cool. So you're at the door. Do you just give it a knock, or do you walk right in?
Calvin walks right in. There's a bell on the door.
Okay.
What does the interior of this office look like?
I'm very curious.
I kind of like it being a little nautically themed, because we pointed out that he has like this very elaborate sort of dress, so I imagine it being like a little bit naval. Like in origin. But he's got epaulets, you know?
Is a veteran of the war. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's very cute.
Oh my God, and folks, I have to tell you, there is a golden ship in a bottle in this office.
Yes, there is.
For sure.
Of course,
definitely.
Very, very good.
Someone said frosted glass. Yes, that is the very normal human term for things that I should have known. Thank you. Sorry. So I want you to read this sentence, Kitty Hart, for me.
The raven remembers your sins.
So that was the little quote associated with this card, and I think that refers to you. So I think, yeah, I'm not sure if you recognize them and now know, you're like, oh, that's this person. Oh no.
Yeah.
You can, or if they just recognize you and you're not sure why. It's a thought, but
what to prefer in that situation?
I know. Yeah, if someone discovers something the PC did in the past that they would have preferred remain secret. So this person knows a secret of yours.
Yeah.
Maybe.
100% this person knows me and knows all of the bad-ins that I've done. But yeah, I don't know that I need to know.
Cool. I think you get a heads up that this person knows more than they should by Libra Light, sort of turns from this maybe like hand carved like wooden fine chair with a lot of like beautiful like shaped components. They turn to you, and what do they display on this book that is very like you or something, right? Is it a heart? They display something that they say the Grimorians' version of, oh, Kitty Hart, I was wondering when you'd stop by, but you've never interacted with this person. So what like image or word or phrase could they have done?
Yeah,
they can just do text, but
they show like my family's crest. And like from out of, which is like a suit of cards, you know, and then from out of that, like a pair of loaded dice roll.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, and like start to slink back behind Calvin.
Right. And to you, Calvin, I think they maybe they slowly write words or something. Is that helpful, or are they still speaking in images to you?
I think mostly like images and interpretation based.
Cool, excellent.
Hello, Libra Light.
They come up and they shake your
Yes.
hand warmly.
Yes, and Calvin does like a 2-hand shake back.
Nice,
He's like,
yeah.
"This is my friend Kitty,
Slow
and
nod.
I came here because, boy, I was really, really working up to figuring out how to tell anyone this, but
she ducks around Calvin and shakes her head.
my undergarments turned into a bird." last night and flew away this morning. And I also realized I've had these clothes for weeks, and I'm super excited to be a weaver, and I can't wait to be in the position where I can start to...
At that beeping, a bird flies out of your shirt or something, right? Your pea coat, and just one remaining undergarment bird.
Squaw! It's very loud and terrible.
Bird,
Well, it's my T-shirt, so I think it became like a pelican or a seagull or something.
Yeah.
And I feel
He
like
lets the window open.
I feel like Librelite pulls on a couple strings to open up the window.
Yep.
Squaw! And it just sort of takes off from there, and then Calvin's standing there holding his pea coat shut. I don't know how long the coat has left. So
Librelite takes the both of you and sort of gestures, leading you down a flight of stairs, and there's sort of a sitting room with almost like fireplace sort of mantle looking thing, and there's some beautiful shelves and strange curios, and it seems like kind of a waiting room that they would have put someone in, but there's a door at the back. And they walk past there, and they pull open this. They sort of slide open these hidden doors, and it's a big walk-in closet.
Oh.
And so they gesture toward the closet, and they also pull off a yellowed page of their book, and hand a piece of it to each of you, and it's an invitation to the King's family ball.
Oh.
But it gestures again at the closet of very fancy clothes.
And Calvin looks to you over Librelite and goes, and just mouths, "Isn't he great?"
Kitty points at herself and looks at Librelite.
It gives you a sort of you'll do all right, chum. Pat on the back. Go to it.
Cool. Yeah, she smiles and nods at Calvin and heads into and starts feeling up garments.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So the things that I think fit Calvin have to be the same color as this golden chip.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's accented by the
Beautiful.
blues and purple
Of, the
galaxy
space.
swirl.
Yeah.
He's got the undershirt to this suit is the galaxy swirl to it. And it's
Nice.
gold all the way.
Wow.
And in this incredibly ostentatious formal garment, he looks so small and not confident enough to pull it off.
Gosh.
But it fits him perfectly.
Yep.
It's it's cut to fit him perfectly.
Yeah.
It's he is just
not comfortable in
doing
his own skin at
fine.
this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh wow. That's really hard. How does Kitty feel about all of this? How are you behaving?
And also, what's her dress like?
Yes.
Not dress,
Ooh,
suit.
suit.
She's doing fine. She's a little put off about being allowed to something without seemingly
Yeah.
being required at cost.
Yep.
That's weird.
Rourke is pointing out that if the Kickstarter reaches $14,000, we can get real-life clothes for the performers.
That is
Which
true.
would be really
Which
lovely.
is very exciting.
Yes.
Very, very exciting. A suit. White and baby blue.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So white pants, blue stripe down the side, white puffy shirt, and baby blue vest, and then a red tie.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what we got going on
I know
here.
Librelite's kind of about accessories. They've got a really fancy pocket watch and
Oh,
stuff.
very
So
cool.
if there is a fancy cane or some sort of accessory you'd like to pick out, they would definitely have an excellent suggestion and just the right one. What's the stretch goal to have the clothes turn into various birds?
Oh no, that sounds a little outside of our budget, most likely.
Who knows?
But we won't say no to it.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah. You gotta get. Let's see if we can hit that 14K, and we'll see what we can do with that.
So she's getting 2 scarves to act. One as a pocket square.
Oh, yeah.
And one as a hair tie.
Ooh, nice.
And they're matched, and it's red, white, and blue, the same
Cool.
the colors of the outfit.
Awesome.
It's very, very snappy.
Yeah.
Calvin's got a cane. He's got a
Nice.
cane that's topped with a compass.
Oh.
And also, the other detail that I have to add to this suit
Yes.
is there's a trail of sparkles that like it leaves in the air after he moves. So like
cute.
literally every time he makes a movement, there's like this
Like
sparkling
bioluminescent
flash.
organisms. and-
Yeah.
That's very
of
cute.
flashes.
Oh, I also want to have cufflinks that are little broken hearts.
Oh,
my gosh,
extremely
definitely.
good.
Ugh. Are they kind of see-through? Are they like
yeah,
your-
they're like glass. They're
Yeah.
sea glass because of his whole
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. Oh my gosh, those are some good outfits. Thank you both. So, yeah, so Libralight seems to know a bit more about your situation than you're maybe comfortable with, but does seem to be very supportive of the both of you. Has outfitted you without asking for anything, which is
odd.
uncommon.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have 2 invitations to the gala, so you won't have any trouble getting in.
Okay.
It's festivities may be starting to happen already, but definitely the core of the activity will be at night.
Sure.
And I mean, you're free to ask Libralight too, like if there's any information you want regarding your debt there, but it's unclear whether they should know that.
Yeah. I'm also.
It also may reveal more than you want.
I'm scared of this person.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Thing to
I
do.
don't know. I'm scared of this person. They've been really nice to me, and that usually means something bad is coming. So I'm just gonna leave while I can.
So I think like Calvin is like sort of getting used to it. He's been playing with the fact
yes.
that his clothing does all of these things, and he's just like now. I think like he's at first he did not look comfortable in it, but like now he's got like twirling the cane a little bit, and he's like, okay, well we will have the clothes back by tonight. Thank you so much. I would love to get some more mundane clothing. I really appreciate it. And he's opening the door. He grabs his pea coat off of the coat rack.
And it turns
as
into
he
a
does, it
bird.
turns into a cassowary.
Oh no, a cassowary!
They're so big. They're so big.
Terrifying.
Oh my god.
And it just like jumps off the top of the tower and goes down to terrorize the neighborhood somewhere. Yeah, I'll need to do something to work this out. But again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am going to be working very hard. I grabbed fire the other day. That was pretty cool. We'll talk about it later.
He gives you, he like visibly is joyous for you when you say that. So he cheerfully sends you off. Invisible Sun dress up is also my favorite.
Yes, it is
Expect more of that because
extremely
fashion's
good.
very important in Saturday.
Yeah, and you guys hit that character art stretch goal,
Yes!
so
we're so excited.
we're in a
Yeah,
good
very.
position with
Yes.
that.
Okay.
All right.
Do you go straight there? Do we want to pick up It's the Gala, or is there any other things you would be doing?
She attempts to go straight there.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
one thing that I have to do while they're on the way over. Oh, perfect! A taxi.
Yeah.
And he,
That's what I
and
thought
you're like,
was gonna happen.
no.
Ah!
Oh my god.
No, she grabs
very
his
bad.
hand. That's very scary.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
Oh, got away. The light was on.
Never take that. Do you take that? Never take that.
I mean, I don't.
Calvin, never take that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I got carried away. I forgot.
There's no need to be sorry. Just that's it's not bad. I would say it's neutral. It's just don't take it.
It's a sinisterly neutral thing.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
And you, of course, have probably already seen your landlord take that cab every day, I believe.
Takes that cab every day.
Oh my god.
That is very terrifying.
It was just speeding away. We can see Mr. McPherson walking into the sausage shop, and he just like turns and stares for a second.
And this taxi cab, of course, as the camera's following it just before we finish the scene, there's the woman who's in the driver's seat, right? But is completely hollow from the back through, right? And so it's just the front shell of a woman, right? Is that what we thought it looked like?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's uncomfortable. The woman with hollow eyes, you might say. Anyway. So the King family, their estate, because the rats of Saturnine, the sentient rats, are have historically been kind of like rougher, sort of considered a pest on sort of like the more, I don't know, established folk in Saturnine, I guess, in Fartown. But the King family is explicitly like, you know, has clawed their way up through the ranks and is now kind of the great Ratsby style people, right? They're new money and showing a lot of like there's a lot of showing their wealth and power around, right?
Sure.
They're really establishing themselves as that. And so their house is in the district that Wayne's character is in, which is, I'm imagining has a lot of like, used to be kind of warehousey, but is getting, has a lot of sort of cheap rent for people who are spending all their money really trying to discover things or answer mysteries. And so, yeah, but they've got a big mansion in this sort of up-and-coming neighborhood, right? So the King family has Mr. and Mrs. King and 10 beautiful daughters who are the subject of much gossip and occasional scandal as they are flapper lady rats at night. Cool. So what is there? So, you know, you eventually get there. How do you do anything fancy to get there or just sort of walk it? It's not a crazy far distance.
I think I have enough saved up. I don't want to chance getting these outfits dirty, so we hire like a rickshaw equivalent.
Yep, great. And this is probably your first time on sort of seeing some of these neighborhoods, maybe. So, yeah. Excellent. So you rickshaw across, you get kind of the lay of the land, and you arrive at the King family estate. So what does it look like, right? These are, yeah. What does their estate look like?
Yeah, I think their estate floats.
Nice.
It doesn't float very high.
Yep.
But it does float, so that it doesn't get dirty. That's how the people who sell the floating sell the floating.
Oh, yeah.
It's not gonna get dirty.
It's not gonna get dirty.
Excellent.
Yeah. I don't know how much actually looks different from like what you'd normally think of as a lush estate, other than it's floating slightly.
Well, this is lit up for a party right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's a swinging big band jazz tune.
Oh, gosh, yes.
That's like leaking out into the streets.
Nice.
There are some lights. I like that the Great Ratsby thing is perfect. I mean, it is like a Gatsby party. It is overly ostentatious. There's some fireworks. There are fireworks that do not make much noise.
Ooh.
Oh,
so
cool.
They like fire. They
High
pop
visual,
and it's
yeah.
high visual, low volume.
Nice.
That's
I
very
love
cool.
that.
It just does the you know the part of the firework that's the crackle.
Yeah.
So all crackle, no pop.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
nice.
What that's written on the box.
That's cool.
Excellent. And it's perpetually autumn in Fartown for some reason no one quite knows. And so I'm imagining that there may be like pileups of sort of autumn leaves as you're entering the estate. But do they keep it really pristine, or do they kind of lean into it? Do you think is there a single leaf on this lawn as you go up to it?
No, that's part of the benefit of it doesn't get dirty.
Okay.
That's I think directly under the
Yeah,
mansion.
that's what I'm
There's
imagining.
a lot of
Okay.
leaves.
Yes.
But on the estate itself, no
Cool.
leaves.
Perfect. There is an attendant at the gate to let you in, and so your rickshaw kind of takes you up, and there's sort of a gate and up to sort of a circle drive to get you up toward the estate. So there's this attendant this is actually an elder Bryn. So these are the people who are they're a little like what were we calling them?
They're the goblins.
The goblins, yes, exactly. And so this one has a wide, flat mouth, and it stands about 3 feet high. And this one is not wearing any clothes, but it has a big bow tie at the neck, and it almost looks like slightly salamander-like. Okay. Wide mouth, this big, almost cartoonish kind of. You know, salamanders IRL are very cartoonish, but it's trying its best to look regal. So it's very standing upright. It's got this long tail that it's got sort of curled over its arm.
Cool.
And it's standing there with its bow tie. And as you come up with the rickshaw, it holds its hand out as though for an invitation. You think?
I show my invitation to see if that is the correct thing.
It sort of starts reaching out toward your hand, and it's going to try to take your hand with the sort of like clamps down.
I give my hand.
And then you see little retractable claws sort of shoot out briefly, and they test. They sort of take a drop of blood. And then it sort of waits for a moment, and it has the two. Do you have both invitations or just the one?
Just the one I had.
Yep. And so it has the one, and it's sort of looking at the invitation, and you see there are little red veins cascading across the piece of paper. And it nods and puts it away, and it walks to the other side of the.
Okay, well, I have a fear of needles, so here's the invitation. I'm sure. Funk.
Oh yeah, exactly. So it's much rougher on you. You see an eye roll, a very reptilian eye roll, and then the invitation checks out. It puts it away and gestures as the gates swing open.
I've seen a bunch of people that can't have blood. I can't believe they do that to everyone.
Well, I don't know that it was blood necessarily that it needs to check. It
There's
just
a
needs
guy
to.
earlier who's just a factory.
Essence is a thing that everybody has. It doesn't need to be blood necessarily. Is that you following? You got it? Be cool.
Be cool. Excellent. So one or both of you is going to have to draw a suit deck card to see how this goes. And so our goal here is really to get some more information about who bought your shares, what the deal is with the debt. You have a wicked key. A dandy Charmander.
Yes.
Jackal.
Yes.
Nemesis. This can't be good.
Oh gosh.
What a delight.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
show you on the close-up cam.
Man.
Oh man.
The horrible thing
things
that
were looking-
bought this debt.
Oh, gosh.
Kitty heart.
Intimidation, power, ruthlessness, dark magic, necromancy. Its value is 0. It is a failure on a D10.
Kitty heart.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, things were going quite well for you until...
You still have a wicked key?
I don't need to win. I don't tend to.
And I'm trying to see what your family is. Never mind. I can't know that. Okay, this is not good. Okay, but it starts out.
Yeah.
It looks very good to start out, right? You're
Yeah,
dressed
yeah.
right. You have the invitation.
Hey, we got here.
You got here. Absolutely. So there's the sound of big band music floating through. There's sort of the first room you step into of the mansion, and there's like a coat rack and all sorts of stuff for where you would have placed a pea coat, but now
it's
you
cassowary.
it's a cassowary.
We flash very quickly to like
Where-
cassowary
what's it
harassing
doing?
someone in an alley.
Oh my gosh.
They're like running from the cassowary and they get swooped at by the pelican. That's my t-shirt.
God.
Oh my gosh, that's delightful. So where do you start? What's your plan here? So there's there's several rooms where sort of partying is happening. There's like a courtyard where the big band is set up. A lot of people are out there watching the fireworks, but there's also kind of like a big dining room where a bunch of people are having drinks. There's a bar. There's like several bars you could go up to. Yeah. Would any of your family be here?
Oh gosh, probably. They're quite well-to-do.
Who else is a major player in your family? There's your aunt.
There's my aunt. There's definitely my aunt. So my aunt's here. But it's not just my aunt. It's definitely her.
Is your aunt an actual aunt? Is that a thing that
It might have been. It wasn't ever established, but she could be. But her daughter and son, who are twins, the evil twins, as I think of them.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah. They're definitely here. I don't know if anybody else would be here, but
Can these twins, I think a boy and a girl, they both have that long hair, dark eyes, like Japanese monster movie look to them.
That's cute.
That's just the style that they both prefer.
That's what
Right.
they like. Yeah, but other people, I know what I'm going to do. What I'm trying to do. I figure that demon is here. the demon who owns the whole ticker tape
Right,
scenario.
definitely.
So I'm going to find him, and I am going to ask him who bought the debt, because he has to know. He has to know. So that is my goal.
Awesome.
It's my goal for the party.
What's this demon look like?
Gosh.
Is he a... My idea is just
Yeah.
a wolf.
Oh, that's so cool.
Just a wolf with a top hat and collar.
Cool.
Maybe a monocle.
So I think in his true form, he is a giant wolf.
Oh, cool.
That's very cool.
Nice.
A giant wolf with like many eyes.
Yeah.
Oof, yes, please.
Yeah, that's good. But I mean, how does he present?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Exactly.
I don't know. How is he presenting right now?
I feel like it is the same wolf head, but on a suit.
In a person body.
Yeah, in a person body.
And right now he's into like exposed many teeth.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Cool.
He's rocking that look.
Nice. I imagine he's at the center of some sort of little circle of people who are either trying to get something out of him or, you know, I think he's never just alone in a place like this.
It's hard to get him alone.
So you spy him. He's in sort of like a cigar lounge, sort of like a smoking. Smoking. What are they called? There's the name. I forgot all the
smoking
Oh,
names.
yeah, it is a wolf suit. Thank you.
It is a wool suit.
Of course it is.
For sure. Good work. And people want to know the side story of the roving band of bandit birds terrorizing the streets. So we'll save that for another development mode session. Certainly that has consequences. So yeah, so there's this sort of smoking lounge. What's your plan? So there are 3 more people in the room who are sort of right around him. One person looks like they clearly are not. One person looks very nervous, like, you know, they've come here for something to get something from him and it's not going well. They're clearly, you know, their body language is all wrong to even be dealing with this guy, right? There is one beautiful rat daughter who seems to be like,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
She's there, unclear what she's doing. And there is a third person, which is kind of this like, this is one of those clouds of aromas that lives in
One of the smells.
One of the smells, yeah. And so that is sort of just hanging around casually by this demon as well.
Cool. I'm gonna go into the smoking thing.
Oh, God, it's new car smell.
Oh, no.
That's very funny.
That's good.
Grab a cigar, bite off the end, light it up, and see what the conversation is and who's doing what.
Excellent. What are you up to?
Calvin is dancing.
Oh,
Yeah.
not in the smoking lounge.
Not in the smoking lounge.
Okay.
He's like next door in the ballroom, and he's just Charlestoning away.
Beautiful.
And having the time of his life. And there are some rat daughters around.
Oh, yeah.
We're just having a ball.
Awesome. I'm gonna come back to you. You stay with that for a moment. Okay, so you're just trying to listen in on the conversation. But as you do so, and you try to look really cool, the wolf jackal demon. We should give them a name.
Yeah, we should.
Or some sort of title, maybe. Maybe they're the. I mean, I don't want to just say the wolf. That's a little too classic Pulp Fiction or something.
Yeah.
But the something.
How just the hunger?
The hunger.
The hunger.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so the hunger kind of puts his hand up in the face of this like sort of sniveling, nervous,
Oh, poor sniveler.
like young teenage boy sort of looking person
Yeah.
who's in a suit and just very ill-fitting and shouldn't be here. And so he sort of stops that conversation. And that sort of direct movement like sets everyone in the room on edge just because, you know, of who the hunger is. And he sort of steeples his, fingers, interlaces his fingers and leans toward you. Kitty Hart, I wondered if you'd be swinging by tonight.
Hey, hunger. Someone bought my debt. Who is it? That's all I want to know.
Well, that's privileged information if a client doesn't want to share. I'm just messing with you, Kitty. They're here actually tonight.
Are they?
Yes, they were. They've been waiting for this a long time, I guess.
They've been waiting for my shares?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I'm sure you'll be happy to be reunited. They're out in the courtyard.
Nothing more than that?
You'll see.
Thanks
It gives a
very
big
much.
smile, you know.
Oh,
It's
and it
always a big
keeps
smile.
going.
It keeps going all the way on up.
Yeah.
You should leave. And she points at the
Yeah.
at the rat daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
Squeak.
Yeah. I think Rat Daughter's not going to take your advice, but
Yeah,
you
definitely.
did what you could.
I tried.
Squeak.
I tried.
Squeak.
That was very good. All right. So out in the courtyard, dancing is happening. And you know, I assume, do you go straight there? Or?
Yeah.
So you're kind of looking through these glass panes of a bunch of are they all French doors that sort of can swing open,
Yes,
but they
yes,
function
they're-
as
mhm.
yeah. There's like a crap ton of those along this this hallway, right, that leads out into the courtyard, and you're kind of scanning through at the moment. And there's actually a big partner dance going on. So there's sort of you're passing off partners, and you actually catch Calvin as he is dancing. He is momentarily partners with someone who gives you a big smile.
Yeah, I'm definitely dancing with whoever
Oh, yeah.
is dance.
So I'm going to read you guys. The jackal bides his time, waiting to escort us into death personally. This is someone who had died, who has come back for you, Kitty.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's a family member,
Okay.
possibly, but I'm not sure who they are.
Okay.
But this is not good for you. This is a
No.
very dangerous family member you thought was gone. I'm not sure what your past is, but the fact that they want to control your debt is a bad day for you. And it's not your aunt. Your aunt would be
No.
annoying and fussy.
Right.
But this person has much more serious machinations that you should worry about.
Yeah. Who do we think it is?
I think the only person who could come back to life by taking over your body.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
You think it's a thing on the doorstep?
Yeah.
Situation?
I think we're dealing with a thing on a doorstep situation.
Oh,
It is
boy.
probably, I think, this portrait was like in your mansion growing up, and because like you only have
Yes.
spotty memories pre-Shadow
Yeah.
anyway.
You were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, this person stayed to fight the war when you were escorted to Shadow. You never liked how like they leered at you growing up, and like even past that, every time you'd go to the mansion to visit your aunt, their portrait, it would feel like they were leering at you.
Yeah.
And now that face is back to life
Yeah.
in an altered form, dancing with Calvin.
I think this person is an undead or a ghost, so they can come through.
Sure.
But so it's very clear that they are one of the undead. I'm not sure what they look like, but yeah, what do you think this person is?
I think this person was the original Kitty Hart, the person that I was named for.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Do we cut there as the scene? Was
think
getting
so.
up
Yeah.
to finding out who it is that bought your
I think
shares.
that's good.
I
Okay.
think Calvin is laughing away
happily-
as like he's spinning this
well,
person.
Kitty's very charming. I'm sure.
Yeah. He's having a good time.
Oh no, that's very bad.
And it's just like the horns
Yeah.
start to get like all of the music starts to get out of focus as we close in on Kitty
Yeah.
Hart and like just see in the reflection of her eyes like the gleaming malevolence in this person's face.
Oh boy.
And you'll have to find out on A Woman with Hollow Eyes.
Yes.
What happens next? But Darcy, thank you so much
yeah.
for running this.
Thank you guys.
And
And thank you, chat. That was lovely.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you for your ideas.
Yes.
It is not too late
Yes.
to get in on A Woman with Hollow Eyes. We just need a couple thousand more to hit our next stretch goals.
Yeah.
One of those is going to provide us with costuming.
Yes.
For
help
the
us dress
people
up.
here.
I know.
That would be truly, truly wonderful. Please tell as many people as you can about the Kickstarter before we finish funding. I'm so grateful for everybody who has backed us already. It's incredible, and
thank you.
we're going
Really,
to
thank
bring
you.
you the best game that we possibly can.
And some of the pledge levels that are still open, I should have checked exactly which ones.
Thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, thank you so
People
much.
who just subscribed, thank you.
But development mode, like one of the backer levels is to help me craft a development mode session and interpret one of these cards for one of these players. So if you like what you're seeing, like please help me create this because I love working with people. And this game is very collaborative, but we would really love to have your ideas because clearly they're already solid and beautiful. So thank you. All right, a couple more days. Thank you so much,
we'll
folks.
see you next time, heroes.
Have a good one.